All right, let's talk about something that every single trader, no matter how experienced, has to deal with: a losing streak. Today, we're building an emergency protocol. Think of it as your fire escape plan for when the market pressure is on and you feel that dangerous urge to win it all back in one crazy trade.
You know that feeling, right? You do your homework, you stick to the plan, you place a trade, and wham, it goes against you. Then it happens again and again. You can feel that heat rising in your chest, that little voice telling you the market is wrong and that it owes you.
And that feeling, well, it has a name. It's called revenge trading, and it is the single biggest enemy of a trader's account. It's that emotional, gut-level impulse that tells you to throw your rules out the window, go bigger, and chase those losses. It's not a strategy, it's a spiral, and it's how a manageable drawdown turns into a total disaster.
So to beat this thing, we've got to understand it first. This isn't just bad luck. It's actually a predictable and really dangerous emotional cycle that can trap anyone.
See, when you're in a losing streak, your brain is just marinating in this toxic cocktail of emotions. You've got fear of losing even more money, you've got anger that the market isn't behaving the way you predicted, and then you've got this overwhelming desperation to just get back to break even. That emotional overload completely hijacks your rational brain.
So, what's the cure? What's the secret weapon? It's not some fancy new indicator, I'll tell you that. It's actually something much simpler, but way more powerful. It's about hitting the pause button. This is your first and most important move to take back control.
That's it. That's the rule. It is non-negotiable. Stop trading. Not after this next trade, not at the end of the day, right now. You absolutely have to create some distance between your emotions and your trading platform.
And this quote right here, it explains exactly why. Your objective has to shift completely. For a little while, you are no longer in the business of making money. You are in the business of damage control. Your number one job is to protect your capital, and just as importantly, your mental capital from yourself.
Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. Step 1 is all about taking immediate, decisive action. We have to stop the bleeding before we can even think about stitching up the wound.
Here are 3 things you need to do, period. First, you honor your drawdown rule. Close everything, shut the platform down, walk away. No excuses. Second, take a real break. I'm talking at least 24 hours with no charts. Go to the gym, see a movie, do literally anything else. And third, when you finally do come back, you chop your position size in half, at least. Right now, the goal is rebuilding confidence, not your account balance.
Okay, step 2. Once you've got some space and the emotional storm is past, it's time to put on your detective hat. We need a calm, objective look at what actually went wrong.
A losing streak always means that something, somewhere broke down, and it's almost always in one of these 3 places. First, the market. Did conditions change? Did a fast market suddenly go sideways? Second, your strategy. Did you maybe misread a key signal? And third, and this is the big one, your mindset. Did you break your own rules? Did you chase? Did you move a stop loss because you were hoping? You have to be brutally honest with yourself here.
And here's the crazy part. When traders actually do this honest review, the results are almost always the same. About 70% of the time, the problem isn't the market or the strategy. The problem is mindset. It's breaking your own predefined rules. The market didn't beat you. Your lack of discipline did. Realizing that leads us directly into our final and most important step: building a recovery plan that focuses on the real issue, your discipline and your process. This is the fundamental shift you have to make. Your old focus on making a profit, you've got to throw that out for now. Your new and only focus is perfect execution of the process. Whether a trade makes money or loses money is completely beside the point. All that matters is, did you follow your rules perfectly?
Just let that sink in for a second. A trade where you followed every single rule to the letter, but you still took a small, planned loss, that is a huge win. That's a deposit in your psychological bank account. It reinforces good habits. On the flip side, a sloppy trade where you broke the rules but got lucky with a win, that's actually destructive. It reinforces bad habits that will eventually crush you.
And look, if the psychological argument doesn't grab you, let's just look at the cold, hard numbers. Digging yourself into a deep hole is mathematically a nightmare. So let's say you've hit a rough patch and you're down 20% on your account.
Well, guess what? You don't need a 20% gain to get back. You now need a 25% gain just to get back to where you started.
The math works against you exponentially the deeper you go. This is exactly why a slow, disciplined, process-driven recovery will always, always beat high-risk revenge trading.
So what does this path forward look like? It comes down to two things. First, you become the pickiest trader on the planet. You only take the absolute best A-plus setups. No more pretty good trades. And second, you level up your journal. Don't just track your entries and exits, track your emotional state. Write down when you felt tempted to break a rule and why. Create a feedback loop for your own discipline.
So that's the protocol. It's not about becoming a perfect trader who never loses. That person doesn't exist. It's about becoming a professional, disciplined trader who knows exactly what to do when they inevitably hit a rough patch. So the only question left is, the next time you place a trade, what will it say about you?